Good morning. Good morning. Awesome. Lots of you online. Yay, great. Good morning. Nice to see you. Any problems? Use this chat. Use this chat box. Oop, spelling. Issues with sound or anything like that, you just let me know and I can get back to you on that. Ooh, wild hair. Lovely. Great. Let's go. We're going to begin kneeling. So when you're ready, come to kneel. I'm outside. I nearly didn't come outside, but I thought, no, it's not raining. And it's going to get hot, isn't it, over the next few days? So let's embrace these cool mornings. Right, whenever you're ready, come to find a little bit of stillness. Let's get this sorted. Hold on. Right, there we go. Better. Okay, nice. Roll the shoulders back and down. Sit nice and tall through the spine. Hands can rest wherever feels good. Mid-thigh, close to the hip creases with the palms up is quite nice. There's a softness to the elbows. And remember, kneeling is just an option. You can take a different option, whatever feels good this morning. Maybe take a shoulder roll, whatever you need to just get settled. And embrace a little bit of stillness just before we begin to move. Maybe you're closing down the eyes, softening the jaw, the forehead. Maybe you can ease the shoulders back and down just another centimetre. And as always, just notice how you're feeling this morning. That little check-in, so important before we begin to move our bodies, just so we're always practicing with kindness and awareness. It's the thing about your yoga practice, it's not like like go all in, unless you feel you want to, obviously, but it's a steady, regular practice. That's why it's called practice. We show up, we see what happens, we go again. So with that in mind, please move in ways that feel good for you this morning. And as always, the breath will help you to know that. So if you haven't already, start to find your breath. Some of you might already be there. Full awareness of each inhale and each exhale. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Stay with your breath throughout the practice as best as you can. Wishing you all a really lovely practice this morning. Let's take a full reach up on your next inhale. Make yourself super long. I like to hook the thumbs and really elevate the shoulders. And then when you're ready, you're just going to float the hands down to rest on the shoulders. So fingertips really press into the shoulders and give the shoulders a little feel. And let's start to circle the elbows here. So if you know you prefer to do one shoulder at a time, you can. So just go at your pace. If two together is too much, you just go one at a time. Just make sure you do both sides. But if you're moving together this morning, think about the shoulders coming forward, up, back and down. There's that nice rotation. As you come forward, think about broadening the upper back, hollowing out the chest. As you come up with the elbows, think about elevating all the way to the ears As you come back with the elbows, think about squeezing shoulder blades, almost puffing out the chest. And then as you point the elbows down, think about depressing and lowering the shoulders. If you want to change directions, you can. I always like to go backwards, but it is good to change directions of those rotations. Morning, Satsuma. He's being shy. Nice. And then once you're ready, release. Let's elevate the shoulders again. So we're reaching up and then coming down. Reaching up and then coming down. So I really want you to get a sense of the movement of the shoulder up and down. So kind of think about hugging the ears like a little shrug and then depressing. You don't have to reach the arms. That just sometimes helps people to get that elevation. Let's do another 5. You can just be here though and shrugging up and dropping down. I don't know. Maybe you think about something that will help you think, how do I move that? How do I move my shoulders like that? Good. Last 3. Last 2. Good. 1. Last bit before we come out of kneeling. I know the legs might be feeling it now. You're going to tap alternate hands. So I'll turn around for this one so you can see. So your right hand, for instance, is going to tap the middle part of your back, the palm, and then the back of the palm or the knuckles are going to tap the middle part of your back with your left hand. And then you're just going to switch. It's almost like you're reaching for your hands, but we're just tapping this morning. Bit of rotation here. And again, just for about 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Hopefully everything's feeling a bit warm through the shoulders now. 4, 3, 2. Lovely. On 1. A little swing. And once you start to swing the arms forwards and backwards, move into a lift. Nice. And just get into the breath with that one. It's an inhale to lift and come up. It's an exhale to sink the sit bones down. Breathing in to come up. Breathing out to come down. Sometimes tucking the toes will help you. Nice. If you want, next time you stay up, you can place the hands to the low back and just take a nice little, very, very gentle ease into, I don't even want to say a back bend. It's just a lean, okay? It's first thing in the morning. So just show the hips to the front of your mat. Squeeze the shoulder blades behind you. You can interlace the hands or just rest them on the low back. Super gentle, nothing intense. For 3, how's the breath? The breath is going to help you here. For 2, still filling up the belly. Nice. On 1, hips back, hands to floor. Let's meet in tabletop. Great. Okay, and here's an opportunity just to get settled, get comfortable in your tabletop. If you're removing layers, the time is now. If you're kicking off your socks, it's going to get warm today. You can feel it in the air, guys. You can feel it. Okay. And there's the traditional cat-cows you've got here. Swishes and sways. Just moving the spine in ways that feel good. A little bit more focus on the upper half, so the chest and the shoulders today. So can you move there a little bit more, just to send your attention to that part of your body? With that in mind, once you've done a few rounds of your cat-cows, come back to a neutral spine. And I just want you to do some protracting and retracting. Very fancy words, aren't they? But essentially, you're pushing the floor away and rounding the shoulders and the upper back. And then you're almost letting the shoulder blades poke out and collapsing the chest to the floor. Now, you might not feel much movement here when you do this. You can have a go kneeling if you want. I almost imagine I'm pushing, like if I had to really push something away and then it was too heavy, so it collapsed back on me. That's why doing it from all fours is a little bit easier, because you've got that sensation. But again, just about 30 seconds of these. And it's so you get a sense of the positioning of the shoulders when we press, when we do chaturanga. It's that pushing sensation, even though we're lowering down. Let's do another 5. Hopefully you can feel that. 4. Warming up the shoulders for 3. For 2. Good. On 1. Take a little break. Left hand's going to stay down. Right arm's going to come up. Right hand's going to come down. Left arm's going to come up. Twisting. Navel, hips, knees, toes stay square to the earth. Just a gentle rotation. You don't even have to extend the arm all the way up. Sometimes it's nice to just put your fingers to your temple. It's that rotation and stacking of the shoulders and opening of the chest. Let's do that for 3. For 2. And come back to the right side if you haven't already. And we're just going to pause here. Reaching through the right fingertips, pressing through the left hand. How's the breath when we twist? Take your time here. Relax the top shoulder down. Notice if it's up by the ears. And then when you're ready, you're going to thread that arm through and under and take a nice little hangout down here. So you bring the outer arm, shoulder, temple, all the way to the floor. I like to move my left fingertips forward and stretch out that left arm as well. Some of you might want to bind here and go a little bit deeper with the left hand. Yogi's choice. We're here for 3, for 2. Good. Whatever you did with the left hand, bring it back in front of the face. Take 1 inhale to reach up one last time, and then exhale, come back down. Great. Okay, a little swish of the hips. Before we go to the other side, child's pose, knees wide, hips back. Let's stretch over to the left. Okay, so moving the hands over to the left, meaning we get a stretch in the right side body. I like to come onto my fingertips here so that I can really feel that through the waist, maybe even to the upper back slightly. And we're still also melting the chest down, so we're feeling it through the front of the chest, front of the shoulder. It's an active pose here. That's the breath. Good. Come back to center. Find your way to tabletop. Right stays down, left arm reaches up now. And we're just going to hold to begin with. Into that twist. Notice how the head feels taking the gaze. Really pressing through that bottom hand. Can't stress that enough. It really helps create the space. When you're ready, let's thread and sweep under. I like to move the right hand forward now. Again though, your choice entirely. You can do some funky stuff with this right hand, wrapping, binding. It's first thing in the morning. I like to go gently. Breathing here for 3, for 2. When you're ready, unravel, press through the right hand, briefly come back up. Oi, nice. And then come back down. Last thing before we start to move into downward dog, walk the hands forwards from child's pose, go over to the right. And really keep that left hip back and connected to the left heel if you can. That will help that sensation through the left side body. Keep melting the chest towards the earth. Awesome. Right, let's come to tabletop. We're going to lift. If you need a little shake out before you get there, that's fine. Right, let's practice that pushing the floor away. Tuck all 10 toes, there we go, and hover the knees. Push the floor away. So this is that protracting of the shoulder blades position, that broadening of the upper back, that pushing the floor away. If it's too much to hold the hover, just lift and release down with the breath. So inhale to lift, exhale to lower. We're not here for much longer. Give me another 5, 4. Keep pushing. 3, 2. Good. On 1, downward facing dog. Enjoy that extension of the legs. Walk it out. Do what you need to here. Get into your first downward facing dog. Nice. Head heavy. Something I definitely do. I sometimes look forward quite a lot. So don't forget to let the head be nice and heavy. Your head is heavy, you know. Don't hold on to that. Just remember, I've got to keep an eye on the time, otherwise we'll be here for God knows. Nice. Okay, let's roll forward to a high plank. Again, are we still pushing the floor away through the shoulders, hollowing out the chest? Exhale, push the hips back. Don't worry about adjusting the feet because we're going to do this a few times. So inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Again, just getting the shoulders used to that movement and also the wrists, spreading the fingers. Okay, next time we're forward, take a big breath in, exhale the knees and just pause here for a second. So your body is diagonal here. And if you can, little lower and then come back up. Can you do 2 more? Little lower, doesn't have to be halfway, back up. 1 more, little lower, come back up. If that's too much, you walk the knees in and you do exactly the same from here. It's like you're hovering the forearms down. Yeah? Maybe give those a go just so you know what you're doing if you need to take a different option. Walk the knees back. Exhale. This time lower all the way down, belly to the floor. And just take a moment here. So you should land with your hands just underneath the fingertips are underneath your shoulders. Now notice if the elbows have gone wide, hug them back. The ears. Little inhale to. We're not pushing through our hands here. We use muscles to peel ourselves up. So imagine all these back muscles contracting, click, 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 to lift you, and then releasing to let you down. Let's just do 2 more. Click, click, click. Back muscles engaging. Exhale, they're releasing down. Last one. Peel yourself up. Hold here. Hover the hands just to make sure we're not pressing. Nice and long through the neck. Be mindful the shoulders haven't come to the ears. Press through the tops of the feet so the legs are strong to help you out. Nice. Then release the hands down. Forehead down. Tuck the toes. Toes, knees and hands stay in the floor. Strong push up. And then exhale. We're back to downward facing dog. Nice. How did that feel? Yeah? Technique's so important for those movements. Let's do them again. This time we'll flow a bit more. So inhale, walk the feet back, roll forward to high plank. Exhale the knees and the belly all the way to the floor. So we're not pressing this time. Inhale, little roll of the shoulders, lift the chest, no weight into the hands. Exhale, forehead down, tuck toes. Inhale, zip those elbows in, push yourself back up. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, feet back, roll forward, high plank. Exhale, knees and lower with control. So I want you to take 3 counts to get down there. There's no rush. Nice. Inhale, little lift. Draw the shoulders back. Exhale, forehead down, tuck toes. Inhale, again, strong push up. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1 more time. Inhale, roll forward, high plank. If you want, you can keep the knees lifted this time and see if you can lower through a chaturanga for a count of 3, 2. So you're at chaturanga now on 1, all the way down. Inhale, little lift of the chest. Exhale, forehead down. If you want, just toes and hands come in. Push yourself all the way up. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. How did that feel? Yeah, you can see the difference? Yogi, make the decision. Okay, let's just reach right hand to left calf, ankle, foot, whatever's available. Maybe it's just resting down somewhere on the mat here. Just again, enjoying a little bit of a twist, peeking under the left shoulders. The left armpit. It's a bit early today. I think I'm still catching up on my sleep from staying up to watch all the football. Other side. Left hand to right ankle, or wherever's available. And a real sense of pushing through the right hand as you do this. Good. Release. Look forward, walk step, or a little hop to the top of the mat. First forward fold. So let's just dangle here for a moment, catch the elbows and sway. Okay, so we're going to go through just two rounds of sun salutations with a warrior one. So there's Surya Namaskar B. I'm going to add on a little bit of shoulder and arm stuff. Head heavy. So as always with Surya Namaskar B, Sun Salutation B, we begin in Utkatasana. So let's come there. Bend the knees, sweep the arms. Good. Okay, how do the shoulders feel in Utkatasana? Can you draw them down the back but still reach through the fingertips? On your next exhale, come all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plank. So you've got quite a few vinyasas in this variation. So yogi's choice, you either drop the knees, come halfway, maybe even have a little go at lifting the knees, see how your chaturanga is getting on, or come all the way down, belly to the floor. Inhale, roll and lift. Exhale, forehead down. Push back, downward facing dog. Straight into warrior. Right foot steps forward. Push through the feet, way up. Okay, so hands traditionally in prayer, if that feels too much, it's fine. All you're going to do is just have wide hands. But if you can, hands prayer and drop the prayer down the back. If you haven't got your prayer this morning, you can almost just bring your thumbs to the tops of your shoulder blades. But be mindful, you don't want the arms to be winging out, we want them to be drawing in, like we're trying to kind of touch our ears with our upper arms. So again, nice encouragement of the front of the chest opening and the backs of the arms. After all that strength we're doing with them with our chaturanga practice. Breathing in wherever you are, maybe lifting the chin. Strong through the legs, right hip back, left hip forward, navel in. Press through the feet. For 3, how's the breath here? For 2, good on 1, release the arms up and then sweep them back and down, clasp the hands together, interlace the fingers, punch the knuckles away, squeeze the shoulder blades, come into your humble warrior, head nice and heavy. I'm trusting you to keep that breath. Head heavy a little bit more, knuckles up and over a little bit more. Good, release, hands to the floor. Tuck the back toes, lift the front foot, step it back. You're in your high plank. Let's lower the knees and do 3 presses again. Exhale halfway. Inhale, come up. These might feel a bit easier now because we're warm. If they're still a bit tricky, you know your options. You bring the knees a little bit closer. On that final one, you come all the way down, belly to the floor. Inhale, a little lift of the chest, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, forehead down. Prepare, strong push up. And then exhale all the way back. Just take 1 good breath. The lowering with control and the pushing back up will build the strength you need to feel really stable in chaturanga. So don't get disheartened by chaturanga feeling hard. It will come. You just have to keep practicing. Left foot forward, right heel down. All on the inhale, we come up. Yogi's choice, you can take the same arm option, or you might want to take the hands behind the head this time. Hold the head, cradle it, and pull the chest through. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Maybe you want to try prayer like you did before. Enjoy this nice opening through the right side body. the front of the right hip, the right waist, as well as the front of the chest. For 3, for 2. Good, on 1, come back to center, ease off, sweep the arms behind you, clasp the hands together. Can you interlace the opposite thumbs are crossing? Punch you, roll the shoulders back, lower down, humble warrior. Head heavy, knuckles coming high. How's the breath? Lovely, one more breath here. Release with control, lift the back heel, push the floor away to lift that front foot back. 3 presses again, I know. Knees halfway. For 3, for 2, for 1. To the floor, nice. Maybe you're moving to your high plank. Whoa! And then exhale, downward facing dog. Good, you got 3 good breaths here. Just hang out, head heavy. Nothing to do but a little bit of rest. Oh, nice. Okay, we're just going to again with a bit more flow. Maybe you can't, but Yogi's choice. Inhale, Utkatasana. Breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. 1 breath, 1 movement. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, Yogi's choice. If you want to have a little go at Chaturanga now, we're not going to do our presses. You can. Make sure we're pulling through, extending the arms to up dog. Really squeeze shoulder blades together. Exhale, push back, downward dog. Left heel down, right foot steps. All on the inhale, warrior 1. As you exhale, sweep the arms behind you. Inhale, clasp the hands together. Exhale, humble warrior. You can stay here. If you want a little bit more, you can have a little go at a balance. You're kind of pushing up and into warrior 3. Just for 3, for 2, wherever you are. Back. Brief high lunge. So lift the back heel and really reach the fingertips to the sky. Scoop them back. Enjoy a little back bend here. Just for 3, for 2, on 1. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, step back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, come through. And exhale, push back. Just give me 1 breath here. We do it all again on the other side. Right heel down. Left foot steps. All on the inhale. Warrior 1. Good. As you exhale, take the hands behind you. Sweep them. Interlace the fingers. Opposite thumbs on top. Inhale. Punch the air away. Exhale, fold. You can stay here or lift the back heel. Take a little challenge this morning to balance into your warrior 3. Just for 3, for 2. Nice. On 1, can you land with control? Toes down, arm sweep. Nice stretch in your crescent lunge. Can you get lower? Can you trace the fingertips a little bit further back? Breathing in for 3, for 2. Nice. On 1, inhale, center. Exhale, hands to the floor. Last time. Plank, chaturanga or knees. Yogi's choice. Inhale, come forward and through. Facing dog, 3 breaths. Breathing in. Breathing out. When you're ready, knees are going to come to the floor. You're going to pad your hands forward. You're going to take a nice melting heart. Lovely. So you can do this every morning. Okay, so instead of you using the ground, imagine the ground is like a wall, and instead of kneeling, you just stand about the hands up on the wall And then just lean your chin and your chest towards. Really good stretch. We're going to slide forward onto our belly just to finish. So bring the forearms down, tuck the toes under, lower yourself down. Bring the right ear and cheek to the floor. Extend the right arm out like a capital T shape next to you. Push through your left hand and roll onto your right shoulder. Again, you can do this against the wall. Imagine you're just standing and the mat is the wall. So you just stand next to the wall, reach the arm out and turn away from the wall. Again, really nice stretch for this muscle at the front of the shoulder, the pec minor. They sometimes call it now with the right side. Well, it depends whether you're right or left-handed, the WhatsApp muscle, because the thumb or the hand that's holding the phone and moving the thumb all the time, it's pulling the shoulder forward, and this pec minor is not getting much stretching at all. It's really tight. So this is another good one. The WhatsApp muscle. Ah, life. What's going on, eh? Let's roll back to our bellies and just do the other side before we just finish here. And remember, you can take this top leg and do some funky stuff with that just to intensify the stretch. But the stretch really is front of shoulder, front of chest. And as best as you can, let's stay with the breath just for a few moments longer. It's so easy to move into your day now, yeah? Stay with me just for a few more moments. The day is ahead of you, no matter what. So don't take your mind there just yet. It's already going to happen. Stay in the moment. Good, back to center. Let the toes push yourself back to a child's pose. Maybe just hang out here for a few moments, but with the hands beside the feet. So you're kind of rounding the spine and letting the shoulders slump forward. And just breathe into the back of the body here. Just 5 conscious breaths. Good, 2 more. Maybe with the forehead resting down, you can kind of think about sending an intention into the earth. How you're going to go through the rest of your day. Roll yourself up. Back to where we started. Little shoulder roll. Kneeling. Nice. Well done, everyone. Take a moment, maybe bow the head. Little sign of gratitude at your mat this morning. For your fellow yogis for showing up. You can watch these anytime you want. They're on a public playlist. So yeah, well done, guys. Happy Tuesday. Have a good one. Same time tomorrow, 7 a.m. Set the alarms. Bye, guys. Drop me a comment in the chat box if you need to. Any requests as well. I'm open to them. Morning, Solange. Thanks, guys. Awesome. Big love, everyone.